Hi, in this tutorial we are going to demonstrate how you may perform setup and teardown operation for test cases in vREST. The setup or teardown method is simply yet another test case in vREST. The idea is you need to implement some kind of logic over REST API to initialize your test application. There are various ways to achieve this. We will demonstrate two ways to do this in this tutorial. In our sample contacts application, we have created an endpoint to repopulate the database, which initializes the database to a predefined state. Here, the first test case is basically initializing the database state, and the rest of the test cases are validating the REST APIs. So just write a test case to set up or initialize the test application, and then write your test cases after that. It is a good practice to write your test suites independent of each other. So the first test case in each test suite should be for setting up the state for rest of the test cases in the test suite. Another way is to execute commands on system where test data resides. Suppose you are using MongoDB database for your test application, then you may execute mongo restore command, or if you are using MySQL database, then you may execute MySQL restore command. You may even write custom bash scripts or batch files to initialize the test system to some predefined state. But to automate the whole process, you have to execute these commands or scripts via REST APIs. Fortunately, vREST provides an external utility named as Vutil. With the help of this utility, you may invoke system commands via REST APIs. For setup and installation of Vutil module, please visit Setup or Install Vutil section in vREST guide. Let's take an example to execute a system command echo. So here just define a test case like this. The API endpoint will be the base URL of Vutil module /execute/command. This API accepts a query parameter command. Suppose we want to execute command echo hello. Let's execute this test case. Let's see the results of this test case. In response, this command returns the process ID and output of the command. So in this way, you may execute any system command. Now let us take a more practical example of using this utility. Suppose I want to restore my MongoDB database before I execute rest of the test cases of my test suite. The URL is same as our previous test case URL. In the command parameter, this time we will be using the mongo restore command. So when we execute this test case, this command will restore this MongoDB database from the specified dump file xyz-ts-dump. Here the data dir is a global variable and the value is directory path on local file system where all the dump file resides. You may even write your own custom bash or any type of script and execute them with the help of Vutil module. So this is how you may perform setup and teardown operation for test cases in vREST.